Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Dragon Age Origins. Now, I've been playing and keeping track of Dragon Age for a long time. As all of you may know, I'm an avid RPG player. I love RPGs. It's like playing a book. You can dive into a new world and experience it firsthand. It's like a different ride as far as reading a good book is concerned. Now, don't get me wrong. I love reading books. Dark Tower, the Bartimaeus trilogy, Harry Potter. As far as fantasy, sci-fi, all that good stuff is concerned, you name it, I've probably read it. Now, I haven't read any good books in a while, but I want to get back into it. But with that said, I also enjoy RPGs as well. And this is no exception. Now, why Dragon Age Origins? I chose Dragon Age Origins because, well, it's a prequel. It's a prequel to the first Dragon Age game. To give you an understanding as to what is actually going on. So with that said, let's jump into it. Now we can do Origins or Awakening. We're going to do Origins because, well, we'll see what that's all about later. Now, I haven't played Dragon Age in a long time. And so is the Golden City blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at perfection, for it is fleeting. You have brought sin to heaven and doom upon all the world.
The chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. The Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. For I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Alright. The background you select will determine which of 6 distinct opening stories you play through. It also affects how characters respond to you throughout the game. So, male or female? We are going to be male. We can be human, we can be elf, or we can be dwarf. I'd rather be dwarf. Dwarf. Yes, we'd be dwarven. We can be warrior, or we can be rogue. Elves can be magi. And if you choose magi, elves and human can be all 3. Elves can be all 3. Dwarves can either be rogues or warriors. I'm used to seeing the stereotypical warrior dwarven race. I'm going to be a dwarven rogue. Which is weird. I'm going to see how that works out. Yeah. So we'll see how that works out. Now background, we have a dwarven commoner or dwarven noble. Born castless into lands where rank is everything. Bound as a lackey and thug of a local crime lord, you have spent your life invisible. Until chance thrusts you into the spotlight, where you can finally prove whether you will be defined by your actions or your birth. Dwarven noble. As the favorite child of the Dwarven king, you proudly take up your first military command, only to learn that the deadly intrigues of family and sycophants may pose a greater danger than ever. The battlefield. Interesting. Be a noble or be a commoner. Now, elves, when we're a warrior, we have the Dalish elf or the city elf, meaning forest elf or amongst humans. These are basically elves who have stayed on that path of, you know, the elven way, and these are the ones who've basically said, you know what, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to go and live my own life. Human, well, let's see, we have magi, of course, and then we have the magi path. And then rogue, yet again, Dalish or city. Human, we have human noble. Magi, of course. So yeah, human noble. Human's boring. Like I said, dwarf. Female dwarf rogue noble. That'll be different. Let's do that.
Greetings.
Alright, so I'm going to run through this really quick, and then I'll be right back. So yeah, sit tight.
No, it's Mom. How do you do? Greetings. Greetings. Oh, yes, turned. It didn't work. No bother. Anything new.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm probably going to just speed through, you know, you're not actually, like, Trying to figure like, what the hell is he doing? And I'm not going to cut it out. It's just going to be really fast. Just done. Fast forward. All right, next. Of course, 5 points. I'm going to add points to the lowest ones first. In this case, magic. Strength. And that'll do for right now. And then we can spend 1 point. So poison making, combat training, herbalism, which gives you, we can make simple potions, poultices and salves. We have survival. We have trap making. We have stealing, and we have coercion. Do we have lock picking? Let's do coercion, because then that'll help us influence certain things from certain people early on. So we could spend 2 points. So we have blow belt, deft hands. All rogues have some understanding of opening locks and spotting traps. Definitely going to do that. Dual weapons, archery. Do we want to dual wield weapons or do we want to go long range? Yeah, dual training for right now. That'll be fun. I mean normal difficulty for right now. And as with most RPGs like this, they give you some hints in between the loading screens. Right-click on a foe to attack.
Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, the larger of two known remaining dwarven cities in the world. Orzammar was once the seat of a major empire connected by tunnels called Deep Roads, which stretched thousands of miles. The city now stands alone, cut off from the rest of the dwarven ancestral lands by the Darkspawn incursion. Secure in Orzammar's impregnable construction, the dwarven noble houses continue their centuries-old power struggles. Assassination and blackmail are commonplace, but the appearance of honor is paramount. You are the second child of King Endrin of House Aiducan, the 9th Aiducan ruler elected by the Noble Assembly. You grew up in a world rife with political intrigue and have struggled against brothers and cousins for honor and prestige. Today, a feast celebrates your first military commission, the opening move towards real power in the ever-changing game of dwarven politics.
Greetings, my lady. You are dressed and ready. Excellent.
That voice sounds very, very...
I couldn't find the armor's matching dagger, but I scrounged up a rather fancy longsword. Do you wish to wear your shield to the noble's feast?
You know what? We'll just leave it for right now.
You couldn't look anything less than beautiful. The armor only accentuates it. Although the idea of you charging naked into battle holds a certain appeal.
That sounds creepy, but we're not gonna go there. About naked charging.
I know. Lesser family and all that. Moving on to the business at hand. The king expects you to make an appearance at the feast, but there's no rush. The noble family heads will spend hours boring your father with petitions and petty grievances.
What shall we do in the meantime? What sort of grievances? The order of ruling is hardly boring. What of my brothers?
Out and about. I saw them on my way here, browsing the shops. As part of the celebrations, permits have been auctioned off to members of the merchant caste who wish to sell wares in the Diamond Quarter. Lord Harrowmont has also opened up the provings for young warriors to test their mettle before tomorrow's battle. Rumor has it that Harrowmont hopes you'll be swept off your feet if a well-placed young nobleman wins the provings in your honor. Win the proving in your own honor? That would be most interesting. Shall we then? With you as always, my lady. The day is ours until the feast.
Alright. Tactical view, pretty much use the mouse wheel to scroll. Overhead view or third person, pretty much. WASD to control all the camera movements in the world that you could ever want. Well, S and D. Left click, right click is to move. Space is to pause and unpause, of course. In typical fashion games like this, at the top we have character record, spells and talents, skills, inventory, journal, map, tactics, and main menu, of course. Now, I'm going to save the game here. Alright, give me 1 second, I'll be right back. I am being summoned. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Alright, so we're going to make this game a little bit easier on ourselves. No infinite HP, no infinite mana. No instant cooldown for skills. We're going to go for max money. But not right now. Right now, we're just going to cruise around the room, see what we can find. Okay, that chest is locked. Let's see what else we can find. So yeah, when you zoom in to pretty much third-person view mode, the game goes into old school, like, think of Elder Scrolls. But yeah. Alright, so this is what's in the chest. Over here, this is what's on us. So take. Why not? Why not? Yeah, I know. Alright. So, always 2 inventories or weapon sets, if you will. In this case... Okay. For easy access, we can do items, quick bars, drag items into the quick bars. So in this case, lesser potent. Hello? Get in there. Alright. Then we have grease traps that we can use. This time gives the reader 1 point to spend on skill, but is rendered useless afterwards. So we'll use that. Spend on attributes, but is rendered useless afterwards. Alright. Nice. Our inventory. Level up. Of course, I'm being summoned again. But we have 3 attribute points that we can use. So I'm going to put 1 towards strength. And I'm going to use that for... we'll do constitution. And then we have another point for our skills. I'm gonna put one towards stealing early on. And I think we're good. Now the only thing, I can't remember if... There used to be a way where you can hide your helm, but I'll look into that later. Small shield, amulet of War Mage. We have the Pearl of the Anointed, +1 to all attributes, and this gives us pretty much resistance to... Oh no, it's an increase to elemental damage. For a wolf charm, we gain 5 health regeneration while moving around, while exploring, so not in inventory. +1 to armor, and +15 to nature resistance, so poisons and stuff. So these are good stuff. This is all DLC items and stuff. So we'll play around with all that stuff later. Yeah, see, that's all, that's DLC stuff. So yeah. Alright. I can put on one more ring. Let's see. +1 health regeneration in combat. Reduces hostility. Yeah, why not? Nothing of importance there. I don't think there's anything else important in here. Oh, wait. Ah. The crystal contains an image of what? Okay, thank you. I think I'm fatigued from my armor, but we'll fix that later. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it here. And next Sunday, we will come back and continue our journey. And yeah, so I hope you, ladies and gentlemen, enjoyed this little quick snippet of Dragon Age Origins. Yet again, I got this at GOG. I will leave a link in the description. I believe I got this for $4.99, so it is on sale. I saved about 15 bucks getting it at GOG. And just to clarify, I don't have any partnership or anything or any kind of dealings with GOG. I just love GOG because they have a lot of great games, older and newer, for really good prices. Sometimes they have really ridiculous deals. You'll see games as low as 80% off, or even lower than that. So yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you all in the next video. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, as humanly possible, and above all, stay foxy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Lucilia and the rest of this lovely dwarven race. See you in the next one. Bye-bye!